Put your vibrator away. Put your vibrators away. It's the Irregular Show with Nico and Max. The only man to not poop himself in the last 24 hours. And that's not even guaranteed.
Are you sure about that?
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
No, actually. Welcome, folks, to episode, whatever the fuck episode this is going to end up being. So I don't really even remember what number this is yet.
1.
Oh, yeah. Number 1.
Hopefully. Maybe.
He was number 1.
Might be number 2 for all we know.
I know you did a number 2 in your pants earlier. You couldn't possibly know what I'm referring to, could you? No? No. Well, anyway, let us move to the first segment of our wonderful Irregularist show. Thank you. You look like a weird gray.
I look homeless. I know.
You look like a gray, either a homeless priest or like just a homeless. Or like a monk or something. But it's whatever you're doing.
Well, I was just going to wear the T-shirt and sweatpants, but you left the garage door open for a while, and I got cold. So
God, you're so weak. So weak. Who would have thought you used to live in Jersey, too, by the way?
Represent.
Did you take any of that jersey with you?
No.
No?
Maybe the dickheadedness.
Dickheadedness. Well, bullheadedness for sure. You're stubborn as fuck. Anyhow, first segment of the day. Quite a controversial segment between the two of us.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes. We have some words to be had.
There
are some words.
A few words.
Quite a few. So here's how this is going to work. This is the movie show of the week.
Yes,
and
our favorite portion.
And best portion of the show. This week's movie is Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF, as somebody likes to call it.
FNAF.
Whatever.
It's a whole thing on the internet. Are you not on the internet?
No, I'm on the internet, but not as much as you are. Like, I definitely don't delve into the communities and the lores and all the crazy stuff.
I love lore.
I just pay attention to like what's in front of me on the screen.
The more lore, the better.
Yeah, that's an interesting take, Max. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to let you go first. Why don't you give your take on the movie? Okay. And I will follow up.
Well, to start, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I predicted every... I wouldn't say I predicted every step of the way, but I kept saying to Heather, if Springlock shows up, there's definitely going to be a second movie. Like, just, Springlock. And she was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, don't worry about it. He's going to show up. There's no way he won't. But then when they... are we going to do a spoiler warning or...
Spoiler warning.
Okay, spoiler warning. So now I'm free to say whatever I want.
Yes, go for it.
So Matthew Lillard being the end-all be-all bad guy, I love that. I was genuinely surprised a little bit, although watching it a second time, I realized that was stupid. I shouldn't have been surprised that it was him all along. But I just loved, everything his character did. I loved his mannerisms. Michael, what's his name? Josh Hutcherson?
Josh Hutcherson, yes.
I really don't see someone else playing that role, truth be told. But, who else are you going to put in that role, really?
There's a plethora of options, but I don't think... He was a bad choice.
I think he did great. Yeah,
I don't think he was a bad choice.
For what he was given, he did great. I think it was a great movie. I thought it was well written, and I thought it stuck directly to the lore. It changed a few things, because Hollywood-wise it had to, but I think it directly follows how good the movie... It stuck with the games, and that's what us fans wanted. And that's exactly what we were given. And it was done well. And what he's about to say is wrong. Go ahead, fucker.
All right. Few notes on what you just said. First of all, I'm not wrong. First, because yes, he likes the lore. He's a fan of the game. He's clearly biased. That's why you're saying what you're saying.
The defense is wrong.
I have no use for this witness. Anyhow, I thought this movie fucking sucked balls. This was a terrible movie. This was a very, very bad movie. Here's why. I'm not going to shit on Josh Hutcherson's acting. He was fine for whatever he was given. Matthew Lillard's character, cliche as fuck. As I quote, the great Max Miller, predicted every step. If a movie is predictable and it's a horror movie, it's not supposed to be fucking predictable, especially if you're trying to keep people on suspense.
I didn't see it as a horror movie, though.
Well, it's categorized as a horror movie. The game's categorized as a horror game.
How many horror movies have you seen in the past year that have scared you?
A few.
Which ones? Name them.
Genuine. Okay, so The Pope's Exorcist actually gave me a little bit of a couple of jump scares.
Pussy.
That wasn't bad. All right, but I'm actually, it's a little bit jump scary. That's all it is. This was not disturbing whatsoever. It was not. I was not in suspense. I was not on the edge of my seat the entire time.
I will say
I didn't care about it.
Something Heather said while we were watching it. I think maybe the second time we watched it, when like Josh Hutcherson is sneaking through to like go save his little sister, and the robots kind of like acknowledge that he's there and like look, but they don't see him. And Heather was like, well, can't they just sense that he's in the building? I was like, well, no, they don't. They can't see him. That is kind of dumb.
Yeah. So the characters being animated, right? Like they're alive, whatever. I was kind of interested in to see like what direction they were going to go in with that. I'm like, all right, because in the games, at least the games that I've seen, like the original one, was, you're watching a security camera, you're waiting for them to kind of like move. I'm like, are they going to be like moving? Is it like, because they don't move on screen.
I was not expecting them to befriend the little girl.
Yeah.
I was,
that
I was like,
super,
what the fuck is going on
I was like,
here?
that is super weird. We're talking directly to the villain now, and the villain is all of a sudden not a villain. I thought Freddy and the whole duck lady person, what the hell's her name? Chica, and the fox thing. The cupcake was weird.
So something you didn't like, I'm gonna cut you off here. Something you told me you didn't like in a previous conversation was it didn't stick to the gore.
Oh no. Okay, so let me say my piece first.
Okay,
then.
and then I'll say my.
All right. So my piece is all right. This as far as it not sticking to the gore or whatever. The movie, the problem I have with it is it didn't commit to something. If you're going to be a suspenseful movie, be a suspenseful movie. Keep me on the edge of my seat. Keep me guessing. Keep me scared. All right? You were none of those things. All right? Are you a gore movie? Are you, the hack and slash, Texas Chainsaw, something crazy with blood everywhere? All right? You're chopping body parts off, right? Show it to me. Let me see the gore. You killed 3 people off screen. All I got was a bloody hand in a window, and that is not enough. Also, the only bright spot in any of those kills was the chopping the girl in half.
Yeah,
and like, all right,
great.
that was cool. Still only saw a shadow. I would have loved it. I would have absolutely loved it if we could have just seen it happen on screen. Why do you go to a shadow? Why do you cut away?
Okay.
That makes no sense.
I agree with you, but something that was brought to my attention through TikTok, obviously, because duh. Is somebody came up with something that it's like, oh, the reason that they didn't commit to the gore and stuff is because in the games, you don't see any of the gore. You're killed off screen.
Then you're good. Okay, that's a game. This is a movie.
Yeah, but they were trying to adhere to like video.
But they couldn't adhere to fucking anything. They couldn't commit to anything.
Yeah,
there was no commitment to gore. No commitment to.
But it was good. I enjoyed it.
The story itself was kind of like
Isn't part
weird.
of a movie being good enjoying the movie?
I mean,
what happened to that? Huh?
Okay, so there's a difference between watching a good movie and watching a bad movie. You can enjoy either one. You can enjoy a bad movie. I didn't hate this movie like terribly, but people going around and saying that this is a good movie is just blatantly incorrect.
I think you're incorrect. But
yeah, I know, but it's an opinion. Don't get me wrong, but structurally, this movie just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. They kind of ass pull a lot, like it's like, and then the ending, when the little girl puts the picture on the wall to show them what happened. I'm like, okay, I could see that coming from a mile away, and it's not cool. And so like then the suit
great.
caving in on the guy. I'm like, all right, you get a couple
That's
points.
exactly what happens in the game.
I'll give you a couple points there. Honestly, I'll give you points. But I was still like, all right, everything else in this is just shitty. because the dudes moving around, Freddy, the Chica, also the cupcake. I have a problem with the fucking cupcake. Why?
What was your problem with the cupcake?
Why? The cupcake was ridiculous. How does it even move? Why is it moving on its own? It's fucking stupid. I didn't like it.
My whole thing I didn't understand about the cupcake
not to mention,
was it an extension of the Chica ghost, or was it its own ghost?
That's the thing. Like
it was never explained.
Look, it was just dumb in comparison to the other things that have legs. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck that came from, and it didn't sit well with me.
I think I want to see the next movie.
You could have.
Sorry.
Gross. You could have lost the cupcake, and I could have given a fuck. Like the movie would not be any different with or without the cupcake, and it just seemed unnecessary, and there was too much of it. There's too much of the
yeah, that is true.
There's way too much of it.
Doesn't even show up that much in the game.
It doesn't show up that much in the games, but all of a sudden it's this prominent character, and it like doesn't really have a whole lot to it. I mean, what's the backstory to that one? Do you want to explain that one to me, Captain Genius?
I don't really know the backstory to the cupcake, to be honest. I don't think there is actually one. I think it's just an animatronic cupcake. Like, it's never really explained. As far as I know, even in the games, it might just be another fucking ghost. Who knows? Like,
okay, yeah. So let's talk story structure then, with the ghosts and the kids and the robots taking it over and what have you. Okay.
My biggest problem, I will say, is and it might be answered in a sequel movie. But I kind of don't care. I feel like the security guard, the end of the first security guard's life, when he's getting
the opening
robotified.
Scene? The opening scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
When he's getting Terminatored into the fucking suit, right? When he's getting Terminatored into the fucking suit, right? Why? Because obviously it's a different Freddy head. Like, what's the point there?
I understand, like, trying to set the tone for a movie.
Yeah.
But usually when you set the tone for a movie, it comes full circle and has a point. Yeah. And this one had that had 0 points.
Yeah, even when they put Josh Hutcherson in the chair, like, the only foreshadowing was when he got the fucking pin loose. And that's how Josh escapes.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with any, like, character world building or anything. It's just like, oh, there's a loose screw.
Yeah, and
that's all you get.
He gets away. But, like, why are we Fredifying people?
Yeah, okay, so then let's talk children in the dream world that he was experiencing. Yeah. What did you think of that?
I didn't like it as much as, like, they could have handled it. I really thought he was going to be Michael Afton, but instead they kind of just, like, I feel like they were gun-shy on that one.
They were gun-shy in the whole fucking movie. Like, the whole movie was gun-shy.
The biggest thing is William Afton had a son, Michael Afton, and if you're not paying attention well enough the first watch-through, like me, you missed the part where Matthew Lillard's William Afton, the character, or that's not his, whatever his name is when he's sitting at the desk, reads Michael's name, and he, like, kind of trails off at the last name, and you think, oh shit, he's Michael Afton. And then you find out, like, the more the story goes on, the more I was like, oh wait, this kid's gonna find out his dad was William Afton, the creator of Freddy Fazbear's. I didn't think Matthew Lillard's character was William Afton. I thought Josh Hutcherson's dad in the flashbacks was William Afton. It was going to turn out he was the reason the son got kidnapped and died. He made Freddy Fazbear's, like, secretly or some shit. And, like, that was where I thought it was going. And it was going to be revealed that Michael Schmidt or Smith.
So what you're saying is, like, the movie didn't go the way you thought it was going to go.
Yeah, but it like did a variation of what I thought it was going to do. Because, like, you know, Springtrap still showed up and, like, that shit happened. But
Spring what?
Springtrap.
Is that the yellow one?
Yeah.
That's guy at the end?
William Matthew Lillard's
Shaggy
thing. Yeah, that's his suit. It's a Springtrap suit. So, like, the way it's explained in the games is, like, they made suits that can be animatronics but also be a costume. And that's why he gets locked in that suit, because they were glitchy and, like, the spring locks were very sensitive, and if you even touched it wrong, it would crush you.
Touch yourself, Jimmy.
Yeah. touch yourself, Jimmy. But yeah, it would lock you in, and that's what happens to William Afton in the games, like in the background of the first game. Like you don't see it, but like in the second game, there's like an Easter egg where you see it happen in like 8-bit. And
Yeah. So point being, it made the most basic of sense. It didn't keep me guessing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you had such an opportunity to do so much more with that.
Yeah, there was big opportunities there that were missed, but I mean, I feel like it was a movie to set up the next movie essentially.
Yeah, but that can't be a bad movie. Like just because,
Sometimes it is.
So just because Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones exist and Revenge of the Sith saves the entire prequel series.
I don't think that's true, but okay.
Like, it doesn't mean that they get permission to be bad movies. They're still bad movies. Like, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of good elements in the movies. I'm a fan of them, but
big Star Wars fans here.
But
we
like,
love Star Wars.
Don't
get us wrong.
It's just exactly.
We want to be in the next Star Wars.
There's no
movie.
excuse. There's no excuse for bad storytelling. So this was bad storytelling because I'm like, all right,
well,
where's
there is an excuse if your name ends in Kennedy, I guess.
Okay.
She sucks at storytelling.
Anyway. Oh, Kathleen Kennedy? Yeah. Well, Rey is her baby, and she just kind of is looking for a reason to just
Chewbacca
shove her into
and
that.
Rey at Disney World.
I feel like they shove her into every situation in the theme parks,
like,
too.
hey,
That's
Chewbacca,
so funny.
nice to meet you.
They tried.
Oh, there's a girl standing next to you. Okay.
It's like, oh, Rey's in there now too. It's like they
literally.
It's like they know she sucks so bad.
Dude, I was so happy to meet Chewbacca. That was the coolest thing I've ever done, I think.
Look, I hate shitting on characters like that too, but like,
she's not necessarily a bad character. Shout out to Dean and Frank Sinatra, or Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra.
Dean and Frank.
Dean's last name for a second there. Forgot he had one. But no, I mean, it's... Fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
You're talking about FNAF. FNAF.
I was. No, wasn't I talking
Kathleen
about...
Kennedy, something?
Yeah. I mean...
How bad she is?
Yeah. It's just... Or Rey's not a bad character. I just think the direction they went with her was bad.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Like, if they introduce... The way they introduce her, it's like, okay, she's Han and Leia's daughter that went missing. Like, that's what's going to be revealed. That's what I thought the whole freaking time. And then they're like, no, her parents don't matter. She's Palpatine's Force baby.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Like, motherfucker, come on.
Whoever wrote that should be fucking fired.
Out of a cannon into the sun.
Yes, exactly.
I just, somehow Palpatine returned.
Anyways, we're talking about FNAF here, so...
Star Wars always will creep its way in, though.
It does somehow.
No, yeah, I don't think of it as a horror movie, though. That's the thing. Like, I think of it as the FNAF movie. I think of it as a tribute to the fans and the games, and it works to me.
All right.
In my opinion, it works.
Pause. Hey, shut up.
This yelling at the dogs brought to you by Charleston Chew.
All right, there we go. Now they shut up.
Grab yourself a chew of Charleston. Disclaimer.
What the fuck was that? So...
I'm going to be the prettiest girl at the party.
You're just stuck on that one for some reason.
It's just locked in my brain.
So, overall, FNAF, bad movie.
Good movie.
Bad movie.
Watch it.
The story structure's bad. It's not scary, even though it claims to be a horror movie.
If you paid for Peacock, you may as well watch it.
Look, it's maybe you might have fun with this bad movie. It might be a fun bad movie because it's like, oh, it's interesting because it's the video game that I played. It's the this, it's the that, whatever.
Yeah, if you played the games or watched Markiplier play the games and or Jacksepticeye.
Yeah, actually, like I pretty much only saw Markiplier play a couple of video games.
Love
a couple of it.
Markiplier.
Like I looked because it was such a big thing on the internet. I looked up the YouTube crap. And he was the first one that came up. So I was like, all right, well, I'll give it a shot. I don't watch a lot of YouTube Let's Play people.
I used to.
But I was entertained by those.
I used to.
I was entertained. I was like, all right, this is cool. This is killing like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sweet. And it was interesting. So, whatever.
There is a video game that me and you could always pick up, though.
Yeah.
Always. We'll talk
Always.
about that later.
It could always be picked up. But I need to buy a new game system first.
I want a PS5. I want to play the new Spider-Man.
I want a PS5 too, but I'm poor.
Yeah, same.
Whatever.
Anybody that wants to buy us PS5s,
I haven't even set up anything yet, but
Go ahead.
I will have it set up in the link in the bio and
message us directly.
Message me directly.
Message Nico directly.
Don't message him. He won't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Message Nico. Tell him you want to send us each a PS5, and he'll figure it out with you. And
That's such a long shot.
Hey man, my life is full of long
We're just
shots.
begging. We're begging in episode 1. All right. So this is what we've come to. This
I
is
beg.
how
I'm not ashamed to beg. I did not mean that in a weird way. I did not mean that in a weird way.
That did not sound good.
So anyway, I recommend FNAF. He doesn't.
I don't.
Whatever.
It's not worth your time. It's a crappy movie.
Listen, if you're into the games and you had any interest whatsoever in seeing the movie, see the movie. If you're like, what the fuck is FNAF? What are these guys talking about?
Stick to the
First
video
of all,
game
why
first.
are you still here? Second of all, well, actually, stay with us. We've got more to talk about.
Yeah, I was about to say you might want to backtrack on that last one. Jeez. That's the best you could do.
I got nothing.
You didn't even say excuse. You just
No, I don't give a fuck. I forgot what I was saying.
FNAF. You recommend it.
Recommend it. If you think, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Don't go watch it. That's simple as that.
I mean, I don't know. I'd say don't waste your time. It's not a movie worth watching.
If you've got time to waste,
Okay,
waste
we've
your
said
fucking
enough.
time.
Do we want to recommend the show this week?
Nah.
No, we'll skip the show.
Skip a show.
We'll skip a show. Skip a show. And that
Don't worry about
We'll put
watching
that.
TV.
We'll put the
Watch
show
TV another time.
We'll put the
Read a
show in
book.
the back pocket for another time because I feel like we spent a lot of time.
Read
on
the
FNAF.
Expanse series.
Whatever. All right. So now,
Good books.
moving on. Shut up.
Good soup.
Shut up. Shut up.
Good soup.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Moving on, we have Max's what ifs. What if Max said something stupid? That happens every day.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Max's first what if of the day.
Oh my God! Wait. Can we first? Can we talk? Never mind.
Can you just let me do my thing and
Yeah.
shut up?
Let's let you do your thing.
Thank you. Gosh. All right. So the first what if is what if ancient structures that are built are actually ancient dragon bones?
Yeah,
right?
like what's it called? Stonehenge? Yeah, like Stonehenge, stuff like that.
You think Stonehenge is a dragon bone?
No, okay. So like not Stonehenge, but like they're like if you ever see big stones, I just hit the mic. If you ever see big stones like one like next to each other,
Like my balls.
like his balls. And if you ever see Nico's balls next to each other, come the customer service number. We need those back.
Running
But-
into walls left and right. Running into my balls left and right.
Anyway, if you ever see like a bunch of boulders like in a row, right? Stop.
Just keep bringing it up.
If you ever see them, right, and you're his balls,
just a stupid boulder.
a rock. It's not a boulder. It's a rock. No,
Can you
but-
smell what the rock's cooking? It's my balls.
No, all right. I gotta take this one out. All right, we're showing off the dad Lauren shirt. No. Don't you ever wonder, like, what if those like theories about giants are true? Fucking jacket. Theories about the giants and like dragons existing.
The New
are
York
true.
Giants? All hail the New York Giants.
And these like 5 giant boulders that you see in a row are like a dragon's tail, and the rest of it is buried underground. There, I got the fucking thought out. God damn it. Your turn, bitch.
I'm just imagining my balls flying through the air.
See, when I said that, I was imagining like some lady like walking through a park and being like, "What the fuck is this?" And like finding one of your balls,
One ball.
and then like someone like in New York like seeing like on the street corner just to be like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's your other ball.
It's like a terrorist attack
If you
from my balls. Ladies and gentlemen, my balls.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
By the balls.
By the balls. By the hair of his ball.
What? Because it's funny.
All right, next what if? Or are we
Oh, the bug one. You got to read the bug one.
the bug one? All right, I have to read it?
Yeah, I just wrote bug one because it was too long.
Oh, right. I have to read it because it sounded like I had a stroke when I wrote it.
Yeah, it did.
So do.
So,
It's just called story.
oh, just wait. It only gets better from here.
Okay, so I wrote down, and mind you, this was so that I could remember it later, and I don't remember it. So this is a problem. What if every time a predator bug eats, it gets bigger, and there aren't any giant bugs because it's always just so much eating?
The fuck did you just say?
So, like, okay, imagine there's a praying mantis, right? And it, like, sees a cricket, and it's like, hey, yo, I'm gonna fuck that cricket up, and I'm gonna eat it. And it catches the cricket, and it eats its head, and it eats the whole body.
Okay.
That praying mantis then gets a little bit bigger because it ate something.
A little bit horny.
Yeah. And then it kills a fly, eats that, it gets a little bit bigger because it ate, right? And every time this praying mantis eats, it gets bigger because it's gaining more nutrients, not just to survive, but to thrive, right?
You ever heard the story of the little old lady who swallowed a fly?
Yeah.
That's basically what you're
I
fucking
don't know why she
describing.
swallowed a fly.
Perhaps she'll die.
But so this praying mantis just keeps eating, right? And nothing kills this praying mantis. What's to stop it from growing to the size of a dog, let's say?
Physics.
Yeah, I understand that, like, the oxygen in the air won't
No,
allow that to
if
happen,
it tried
but-
to eat something bigger than itself, it would just fucking
No,
not
I'm
be
saying,
able
what
to.
if every time it
Oh,
eats
so
something
every
like-
time it ate, it grows.
Yes.
Wow, we went around the whole world just to get to that.
I feel
So
like
every
that,
time-
I feel like that point came
Every time the
across right
praying
away.
mantis eats, it grows.
Yes.
That's all you're trying to say.
Anytime any predator bug eats, it grows.
So
But the
what if that
reason-
happened is the question.
I'm saying, but the reason that it doesn't happen, that nothing gets giant, like
Physics?
dog-sized. No. I mean, yes, but the other reason, I guess, that nothing gets, like, huge and to, like, giant spiders that could fucking eat a dog, right, is because something always comes along and eats that predator bug.
Vote me president. So do.
So do, yeah, whatever, bro.
Jeez, it doesn't. It's like, okay, so every time it eats something, it gets bigger. But
Yes.
the only reason it doesn't is because
It doesn't get giant is because something else comes along and eats that.
because food chain.
Because, yeah.
I think I get it, but
You get the thought process. I didn't say it was smart. I just said it occurred to me.
I just had like a mini stroke trying
Don't
to
do
think
drugs,
about
ladies
it.
and
But
gentlemen.
yeah,
That's the core value here.
basically,
I want pizza.
you would want pizza.
I always want pizza. Let's be real here. I could always go for pizza.
I mean, pizza is delicious. Also, the Barillo's down is like pretty freaking good. The
DNLP
pizza
is
you had
better.
last time. Well, it's close here. That's pretty good.
I know. I'm just saying DNLP is better.
Whatever you fucking fucknard.
Buy DNLP if you're in Jacksonville.
No, don't. We don't. They're not endorsing us yet. Don't say
I don't
anyone.
care. They don't need to endorse me for shit.
Well, throat gobble them deeper. Why don't you?
Tell Dan Max is high.
Okay.
They might give you a discount.
all right,
I
the
can't
next-
guarantee that.
The last what if we have to go through, since the last one was just so smart,
What's that one?
is head injury that unlocks brain powers.
Oh yeah. So what if like some people have secret potentials that are locked away in their brains somewhere? Like
The whole we only use 10% of our brain or whatever.
no, like we use all of our brain.
Yeah, I know, that's
like, that's the whole
bullshit, but-
thing. But like I'm saying, like, what if I were to get through a freak accident, I get hit in the head by something, and I get a traumatic brain injury. I recover, and now, for some reason, I'm really good at math. But I used to be fucking awful at math. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at his face. I'm fucking awful at math.
I'm actually not good at math either.
But, like, if I got hit over the head with a baseball bat and went into a coma for 14 days or whatever.
2 weeks.
And I came back, and I had to go through recovery, and I recovered. Haven't you ever heard those freak stories of people like that get, a traumatic brain injury and then can do something new that they've never been able to do, or speak a new language?
So I actually heard a story recently about, it doesn't have to do with brain, but like it has to do with the human body.
Yeah.
So what happened was this guy, this pitcher, Roy Oswalt, he used to pitch for the Houston Astros. This is before this is a long time ago in like the 2000s.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yes, basically. So in the 2000s, Roy Oswalt was a pitcher, and before he got big, he was in spring training, and he was having some shoulder problems the year before, and he went and he worked on his car, some friggin', I don't remember what kind of car, it was like a Ford something, but then he like grabbed a wire that was like connected to the battery, and it shocked his entire arm. He came back to spring training the next year. He's like, "Yep, arm pain's gone, shoulder pain's gone. No more shoulder pain. I'm good." Like the shock through the shock through the body through his system, like it healed him.
Yeah. Well, it probably like fired off on some nerves that weren't firing off properly.
Got rid of some space dust in the shoulder.
Some space dust.
So I mean, that one's not entirely impossible, but I don't think it's going to like unlock superpowers.
No, I wouldn't say that. I just mean like something that they're potentially like really good at, but like never have been before. It was never something they could, like, if you got a traumatic brain injury and then all of a sudden you were a super fucking soccer star.
Ugh.
Like out of nowhere, though.
Ugh.
Like
Why soccer?
I don't know. Like
No, not soccer. No.
football.
All right, that's acceptable.
Look at him. Do you think he'd be a football player?
No.
Yeah. So shut up. Anyway.
You could have said baseball. I played baseball.
He could fucking sword fight now after his traumatic brain injury. God damn it.
With my penis.
Shut up about it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, bitch. But anyway, I digress.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that one's
on.
not like the worst
Yeah, that
one
one's
that you've
feasible.
had. But
Yeah,
that one's
retarded.
that one's like you could write a script about that one.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool. The bug one gave me just a deficiency of everything. All right. Well, since Fallout came up earlier, what I'm thinking about is you should introduce your latest Fallout character that you started.
So I guess next time I'll bring pictures, but since you're making me talk about it now, and I don't have anything on me, obviously, Nico helped me name this character that I started, and I started.
Great idea. Very good idea.
So I'll start by saying this: we love Fallout. It was a very big thing that made us best friends. But anyway, in my new Fallout 4 playthrough, we started by having me have 10 intelligence and 10 luck,
but 0 everything else.
1 in strength, perception.
Yeah, you got 1s across the board except for luck and
intelligence. Those were at 10s, and then we put the rest of the points in endurance, which only brought it to 4 points. So that's how we started the character. And then when it came time to name said character, I have played Fallout 4 a number of times. I have 60 days worth of gameplay in the game, the Xbox tells me. So I've kind of used every name I could ever think of. So I reached out to my best friend, and I said, "Hey, best friend, you never let me down. What's a good name?"
I consistently let you down. I don't know why you thought this was a good idea.
"What's a good name for my new Fallout 4 character?" And he goes, "Name him Cockfuck McDickhole." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid as hell. Like, why would I name a
your
character
fiance
Cockfuck
caught wind of it.
McDickhole?"
Your fucking fiance caught wind of it.
said-
And she backed me up on it.
Well, I said to Heather, I was like, "Hey, what should I name this character?" "I don't care, Steve." I was like, "No, I've actually used that before, so no, I don't want to name him Steve."
Steve.
She goes, well, why don't you just ask Nico? I said, I already did, but he said cockfuck McDickhole, and she goes, go with that. I was like, no.
Two for two.
Don't agree with him.
If this was a democracy, I definitely fucking won.
He did win because I named the character cockfuck McDickhole.
He gave in. He gave in to democracy.
I haven't gotten to the point yet where I can come back to get Codsworth as a follower and see if he'll call me Mr. McDickhole. I want to see if they program that into the game because they definitely won't call me cockfuck. But
no, of course
definitely not. McDickhole. That's a possibility.
McDickhole.
I was running around with 10 intelligence and 10 luck, and
you're running around like a cockfuck McDickhole.
I can't even say running because with 1 agility, I would sprint for like 2.5 seconds.
You're basically walking.
I have to walk everywhere.
It's like, don't even use the sprint button. Just fuck it.
So, I can't pick any locks. Literally, I come up to like advanced locks, which are the 2nd level locks, and my character's like, it's too hard. I can't do it.
You can't do anything.
I can't fucking get anywhere.
So here's what you should do next time. Instead of putting 10 in 2 categories and then just kind of like having to deal with the rest, put 10 in 1 category and then work with the rest of everything.
You don't understand. Fallout 4 can't be played like that.
No, I said 1 category. You've got plenty of points left over.
Okay, listen to me. When you play Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, you have a set amount of points at the beginning of the game to put into your special.
Yes.
Okay. At the beginning of Fallout 4. No, I'll back up. After you do that, you then select your perks, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Right?
Yeah, whatever.
You can no longer put points unless you pick a specific perk into your special.
Oh, that's right.
In
forgot
Fallout
about
4,
that.
all of your perks rely on the level of your specials. So throughout the game, you have to put points into your special to get more perks.
That was such a fucked thing they did. I did
so
not
like
that.
I can't do lockpick since I only have 1 perception. I can't upgrade my lockpick skill.
Oh yeah, so you're capped out on different categories like wicked low.
My intelligence though, I can get every fucking perk all the way down the board.
But that's the beauty. That is why, like I felt like Fallout 4 kind of just it lacked something that the first 2 games.
Yeah, it did.
Well, 3 in New Vegas had.
It tried to be more of a shooter than an RPG.
Yeah, they absolutely they completely fucked the special system with the merging of everything. So now you can only select perks through that was dumb. Like
you have to get your character to 10.
One of the best things about 3 in New Vegas was the fact that you could run around with whatever special you wanted and mix and match that. However, perks were a separate entity entirely.
And the game would, go along with how your perks or your special was. And it was great. You could have different playthroughs.
Just to clarify, too, I don't think Fallout 4 is a bad game.
No, I love it.
It's just,
I have 60 days worth of playthrough.
When you're going through Fallout 4 with expectations of 3 in New Vegas, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, you
still
had played it as much as anywhere near as much as I have.
No, I still had fun with it, but the replayability aspect that was there in New Vegas and that was there in 3 is not there with me in 4. And I'm a fucking Red Sox fan, love Boston, love everything about all that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, opportunity fucking missed. Like, I was pissed.
My biggest thing was...
And then the whole thing, the house, I'm sorry, the house building was and like the whole building, all that shit. I was like,
it's too much.
It's fine. It's fine that it's there. I'm not pissed that it's there.
Yeah.
But I feel like they leaned into it a ton. And so all of a sudden we turned Fallout into Minecraft and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
So
there's a whole, like in one of the DLCs, the Far Harbor DLC, oh my God, such a good DLC. But
Dulk.
What?
A Dulk.
Oh, yeah. But when you get to a certain point, you have to basically use that settlement building. You have to use that settlement building in like a simulation, and it sucks dick.
Yeah.
There's actually a mod that I always have activated in my Fallout 4 playthroughs that allows me to skip that.
Yeah.
You literally just go in and get the information.
I think they leaned way too much into that. And
yeah.
I don't know. And so, what I'm actually intrigued to do is play Fallout 76. I know it's like it got horrible reviews on its release, but I feel like
do it is because it's got that multiplayer aspect. In good faith, I can't do it.
in good faith. What
Not
do
in
you mean
good
by
faith. That was the wrong terminology, but like I want to roam around Fallout on my own terms. I can't do that with other people running around.
Well, you could do it with me.
Yeah, but we have to pay for a server.
Well, oh God,
The private server thing.
The microtransactions in that
Yeah.
are probably through the fucking roof.
That's the thing. If they just had like, oh, just play online with you and a friend, like nobody else has to join. Bro, I'd own Fallout 76 right now. I'd be like, oh, I played it, bro. Like it's fun. Me and you would both played it together. We always said, I wish we could play Fallout together.
Yeah, I mean that would have been like that. That would have been really cool. I mean, I'm light years away from getting a new system.
I mean,
but
imagine if you could play Fallout 4 together, and like you went with Brotherhood of Steel, and I went with, Institute.
I want an Institute. You can have
Well,
Brotherhood
okay,
of Steel.
I went with Brotherhood of Steel, and you went with Institute. Which, by the way, my first playthrough through Fallout 4, I was like, oh, the Brotherhood of Steel. I sided with them in Fallout 3. I'm gonna side with them again. And I got through that whole story, and I went, maybe next time I'm gonna side with somebody else.
Yeah, 'cause they were impure.
They were kind of dicks.
Yeah, it was definitely not the Brotherhood of Steel of Washington D.C. or.
I mean, it
New
literally
Vegas.
was though.
I mean, it was, but it was like the sects were different. It was two different.
So what had happened there in the lore, Mister? I don't care
Go
about
for it.
lore.
No, you're in video game territory now. I don't care.
That's
fine.
I could teach a class on Fallout lore.
If you were to teach anything in your life, I will be surprised.
Eat a dick. But no, so in the lore, what had happened was, and this is all like in game, this is all kosher. In Fallout 3, because Fallout 4 is a direct sequel to Fallout 3, kind of obviously there, but like
Yeah.
New Vegas is kind of a sequel, prequel.
Well, New Vegas is happening on the other side of the country, so.
But it's after the events of Fallout 3, technically.
Yeah.
But only like a year or something like that. It's
Yeah,
weird.
we got a lot going on at once, pretty
It's
much.
not. Yeah, it's not that big of a gap. And apparently New Vegas takes place over like a day or something like that,
Well, yeah, I see.
or like a week in real time.
The timetable on it's a little weird, but I mean,
It's very short. I remember that. That's
as far as the main story is concerned.
if you play Fallout like either of us, it's not short.
Hell no.
No, we do everything. I've done everything in all three games.
Yeah, I've done everything in 3 in New Vegas.
I'm talking when I find those videos on YouTube that are like 7 things you never knew about Fallout 3. I'm like, I bet you're wrong. And they are.
I was about to say, you fall for those clickbait videos.
No, I just try and find them because I'm like, maybe there is something I missed. And there never is.
Yeah, you just clicked on it because you were bored.
That too.
Yeah, I mean, you stand around at your job, so, I mean, I would be too.
Well, that's not where I listen to the YouTube videos. I make sales.
Whatever, cockfuck McDickhole.
You named him that.
I know.
That's you.
I am so proud of that. It's just great. I get to.
Oh God, I mean, dude, I have 2 months worth of hours in that game. Which, you know what I'm really disappointed in?
What?
Xbox doesn't have stats on 360 games, so it won't tell me how many hours I have in New Vegas and Fallout 3, which I've been playing since they came out in 2008 and 2010, respectively.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like way overdue for a New Vegas run. That's my favorite one.
I am too, but I want to buy all the DLC again first because I lost all the DLC.
That sucks. You can't. You can replay that on the 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't have any of the DLC, and I like to level up all the way almost before I finish the game. But getting to level 20 takes like a day now because I've mastered Fallout. I could speedrun the Fallout games if I really wanted to. Just blow through them in a day, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can speedrun them, but there's just a way to do it, and it's less fun.
Well, no, I'm saying like just based off of memory and playing them so many times, I could literally if I wanted to, I could just burn through Fallout 4 in a day.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do everything in the game all over again. Find every Easter egg, find every unique weapon, find every... Yeah.
Whatever.
Jerk it for all it's worth.
Exactly.
Sure,
Anyhow.
whatever.
I think we've beat this one to death with a hammer. Speaking of hammers, It's time to bring out the Forbidden Journal.
God.
It's Forbidden Journal time. This Forbidden Journal was written by Max, and we get to experience what goes on in the mind of someone with autism. So, woof indeed. Do you want to start with page? No, I gotta have something that's actually got. Oh yes, here we go. We're gonna start with this. This one is titled Story.
It's titled Story.
This is the story called Story by Max Miller.
It was just a placeholder, all right?
Equals head scientist. Somehow explained supernatural. Government. Topographical mapping. Looking for supernatural nest. Government mercs. Find care system has potential. Calls on team. Military head says no at first. Why does he say no, Matt? Just say no.
It's too dangerous.
Just say no to drugs.
He's like, it's too dangerous.
All right,
do it.
But anyway, apparently, incentive is money. Gear up. Set up HQ outside. 10 people go in. Scientist samples. Where is scientist samples coming from? And like, none of this makes any sense whatsoever. It's great. Merc's paranoid. To kill. It just says
I don't know. I can't defend that one. I think I genuinely had a stroke.
Find corpse room. Go deeper.
That's what she said.
Almost to nest. Something happens. People die. Very specific, Max. No wonder you like the FNAF movie.
I'm a great writer.
I'm a good noodle.
I'm a good noodle.
And here's the finale. Battalion goes in cave. Not much happens.
I wrote that? Wait, let me see.
Just not much happens in it. Battalion goes in cave. Not much happens. Not much happens. You're literally a Charlie Day. Not much happens.
I'm so upset right now.
Interesting. Kill a few low-level monsters. Get very deep into cave. Set up HQ again. Like what? Split up and eliminate. And then there's nothing more.
I really should just set this notebook on fire.
No, I'm keeping this. You don't get to take this home. Oh no, wait. I think there's more to this. Oh yes, this is the same shit.
I need a drink.
It's talking like along the same lines as what you were talking about in the last one. So this keeps going apparently. Creatures stronger than expected. Scientists and mercs on run to get to destination. Hey, a coherent, somewhat sentence. Been too long. And we're right back to stupidity.
Fuck.
At entrance, team argues. Send 7 mercs in. Where are you getting these numbers?
I don't know.
Where are these coming from? You have a disability, and I don't know what it is.
Autism, I'm not gonna lie.
Touch of it. Dude, you're like down with the syndrome. Like, God. All right. Let us keep going.
It's called Story.
Story. Second in command leads. 2 of mercs given heavy armor / weapons. Mercs go wrong way.
Wait, what? Why did I?
Why did they go the wrong?
I don't know.
This is some really smart
Keep
merc.
going. Maybe I explain.
Put up a very good fight. All die.
Sometimes the hero does die in the end.
Who? You don't even have names.
There's an outline. It's a rough outline. Are we done?
No.
Can you flip to another one now?
We're fucking seeing this one through. More time passes. You could even say like next day.
I think it was like a year or something.
Scientists found nest. There's creatures in the nest or something?
Yeah.
Okay, mercs set C4 to get rid of nest. Scientist gets strange reading to keep exploring. Scientists get strange reading to keep exploring?
Yeah, the scientist gets a strange reading, and they're like, yo, wait, we gotta keep exploring.
That's not how that sentence is supposed to
It's
be
not
structured.
supposed to be a sentence. It's a rough
It
note.
would technically be scientists get strange readings, so they keep exploring.
It's a rough draft. A very,
You couldn't.
very,
You wrote
very
two
rough
instead
draft.
of so they. That's the
Keep reading.
okay.
It gets worse.
All die after finding new element. Everyone died twice. Everyone died twice. I don't know. This is second extermination of everybody. How did we keep? Oh my God! There's a C team now. C team goes on, dies. They just died too. No, it says die. C team goes on, dies. Goes in. Your handwriting's atrocious, dude. They go in and die. Everyone fucking dies. Oh my God! Apparently not first in command because he comes back. Says need reinforcements. Badass reinforcements show up. Go,
Badass reinforcements.
go in and kick ass. Get research and leave. Is there more? Nope. That's the end, folks. That was the end of this brilliantly written story.
Called story.
It's just called story.
How do you know that?
Like I kind of want to be like what we should do is take. I'll read one line, you read the next, and we'll treat it like we're characters, like topographical mapping. And then you'd say looking for supernatural. Like none of that would make
Flip
sense.
to a random page.
All right, random page
Let's see.
time. Oh, that's the same one I did last
Yeah,
time.
don't do that one. I was really hoping you'd find a certain thing, but
Base hidden in wooded area. Ooh, what is this? That's the Phantom. Powers telekinesis, astral projection, psychic visions, ability to enter own mind. The Phantom's power is the ability to enter own mind, like its own mind. It can enter. It's already there, dumbass.
Hold on.
It says you wrote this.
Maybe.
This is just a random character on a piece of paper. He drew it, and its ability is to enter its own mind. Fucking mind blown.
It can it can draw you into its own mind.
And you think you can draw? Like, what the fuck? All right, next page. We're going to this one. We're going to this one now because this is just the greatest thing I think I've ever gotten to fucking read. All right, it says base hidden in wooden area and deeper woods. Similar to summer woods, but militaristic. Snipers hidden in key locations. Heavy troopers roam at night. Soldiers patrol owning during day. God, your handwriting's so bad. Special operatives meet here? Best of the best of the best. Cryptids have taken over the planet. Like, where the fuck is this going? Pockets of humanity fighting to survive. The end, I guess. Like, I feel like you get these ideas. Okay, here, find whatever you wanted me to read, because I feel like that's going to be funny. I hope it is. I've been let down before.
I think we should save one of them for another time.
Okay, well, just give me something. Somebody play something. Oh, that looked detailed.
Couple candidates here. All right. What do you think? This one or this one?
That one. I want that.
Okay, wait. Do you want to read? Because this is kind of like a prerequisite to it.
Yeah, let me get the prerequisite.
Okay, and then the next page has.
Okay, all right. Is the title at the top?
Yes.
It's called Backyard Pond. This ought to be. Look how it starts.
Are we? We're gonna end on this one, right? End on a high note.
It's called Backyard Pond. We start out with the pond turns out to be deeper than expected. and you crossed out owner's friend explores. Owner of house calls friend with diving experience. Find a couple skeletons. Bring more scuba gear to search for what happened. Evidence. It's evidence in parentheses. Evidence of what? Just the skeletons?
Of like why the skeletons are there, I guess. I don't remember writing any of this.
Wait till nighttime. Set up a sort of base camp at basis of pond?
Basin?
Basin of pond. Yeah, that's what it is. Terrible. Backyard pond monster. Unk Kluka? Unk Suk. It's UNK. Unk.
Unks secular serpentoid creature.
Read his own fucking writing. What does that? What even is that? Read this back.
I don't remember.
Unk Secula. Unk Secula, serpentoid creature responsible for disappearances and deaths. That is the greatest name I think I've ever. Unk Secula.
I think I got it from somewhere.
I don't know. Lakota Sioux serpent. Where are you getting this shit?
I don't know, bro.
Real form is hard to understand. Oh, that looked like a T. Turns out to be a lot bigger than expected. Very, very quick. What the fuck does that say? Black is night. Almost impossible to see. To kill, shoot 7th spot on torso with medicine arrow. With medicine
I
arrow?
have no idea.
Comes out to the woods, lure hikers to watery grave. That was that. I'm giving myself credit on that one because that looks like Woturi Orav, but like whatever. Agave, and this is the serpent creature.
Zoom in, Jamie. Zoom in.
Jamie, zoom in on the serpent creature. Anyway, clap.
Placeholder for Jamie.
Good job, Max. You
Good
have
show.
definitely impressed me. This is now a permanent segment forever because
Well, we're gonna run out of stuff eventually. This isn't that big of a notebook.
like we're gonna try to just take this writing. We're gonna try to make it a serious thing. Or make like a YouTube video of it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
You want to
fantastic.
keep that here
Yes,
All
we can keep that here.
on set.
And since the dogs have started barking again, I guess that means we are out of time because they won't shut the fuck up. All right. Well, anyways, that is the end of our podcast. Thank you for joining us for this episode of The Irregular Show. We'll figure out which episode it is at a later date.
Watch the FNAF movie.
If you want to be bored,
I hate him.
the end.